Marc Henry here at the Stylz for Miles Christmas concert and car show is going down at Murphy's Mansion in Dallas, Texas. Got one of the artists that's going to bang the stage tonight, MarcG. Man, this is my guy. He spells his name kind of the same. I'm Marc Henry. He's MarcG. I could be Marc H. We in the house, man. MarcG, my guy.
What's good, baby? What's good,
what's
man?
Going on with you, man?
Nice to
How
meet
you
you.
doing?
I'm doing
Happy
well,
holidays,
man.
first of all.
Happy holidays, Happy New Year, Happy Merry Christmas to everybody. Hey, you know, tonight's gonna be a blast. No, waited for like 6 months for this moment, man.
Absolutely. MarcG,
awesome.
man, talk to me about it. How you get started in the music game?
Well, I'm not a hip hop artist. I'm not a writer or anything like that. I'm just local. I'm just your average guy. I'm an IT engineer, and that's what I've done for the past 15 years in the medical field around the DFW area. But in 2020, as a PAC systems administrator, my team and I were flying around the U.S., but when COVID hit, we stopped flying. When we stopped flying, we couldn't work, and administration came to us and said, hey, you know what, we're gonna hold on to you for about a month. That's about it. So after that, hey, we knew we had to start putting our resumes together, start looking for another job, but that's when everything hit. Work stopped, nobody was working and all that. So in the meantime, everybody hit a depression, and that was huge. That hit the entire nation, including me. Lost my wife, divorced me during the pandemic, just like so many. Lost my family, lost my kids. It was either cry or put your pain and do something about it. So what happened was I started wrote in words, put it online, and lo and behold, I put a beat to it, and COVID was my first track that put me on the map. And I just put it out there just to, for anybody who could relate, all the families that it hurt. Well, I got contacted by a rapper in Florida, and he was like, bro, that song's a trip. You got another one? I said, nah, man, I ain't got another one. I just wrote it. I'm not a writer. I'm not a rapper or anything like that. Just wrote it, put it out there. And he said, I talked to him for about an hour, and he convinced me to write another one. So my next track was Huracan. That's after my dream car, the Lamborghini Huracan.
Absolutely.
And that's what I want. That's what I'm going after.
Right.
So I wrote it, and boom, that song just exploded within 6 months, over 250,000 streams and all that. And I'm just being bombarded on my SoundCloud messages. I can't get to every of those messages. You're like, yo, this is fire, this is badass, working up, and just one after another one. I could not respond to over 10,000 messages. I was like, I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody that hit me up, and love that song track, Huracan. And it's just blown up from there.
Right.
Then I ended up writing my next track after that, Very Dangerous.
Right.
Now, Very Dangerous is a mixture of my actual life. The words I put in that lyrics was, I wanted to go for not your typical cliche.
Yeah.
So I wrote with the suffix every word THION with the shun sound.
Yeah.
So like production, the shun sound. I wanted that. I started with one word. Then 1 became 6, 6 became 12, 12 became 46 in the first verse, and all that. Everybody's like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Such a trip that when I released that song, within 3 weeks, none other than 50 Cent himself and G-Unit contacted me and all that, and it's on their G-Unit website. So shout out to 50 Cent. Thank you so much, because I appreciate that, 50, and your team behind it, the G-Unit staff. That has just hit a big time for MarcG, and just basically, shot me up for real, and that's what it is. And then just continue on. I was like, I got something here. I can keep going, keep going. So it's either, I learned in the music industry, it's either, you can't just be a one-hit wonder. Stop. It's consistency.
Right.
Next one and the next one. But the next one, try to be better than the next one, than your previous one. So just the next one, just keep writing. As individuals, we all have our unique talent. We're all artists in our unique way. It's just, what are you doing with it?
Right.
Some just, say, hey, I'm this. I've met so many people. I rap, I freestyle and all that.
Yeah.
I said, cool, okay. But when somebody comes to me and says, oh, you're a rapper, I got something, check this, they try to freestyle. I was like, the difference between a freestyler and an artist is a freestyler, you're gonna spit right there and there. Whether it's fire or not, chances are, you're not gonna memorize when you just spit right like that. And I know, because I used to do that back in the streets, back in the 90s.
Absolutely, we all did.
We all did that. We all started still, exactly. I was like, man, we freestyle.
Give me a beat, we'll get it.
But that's the problem. I always make guys, bro, MarcG, you're fired. MarcG, well, I was Marcus back then freestyling. They were like, Marcus, you're badass. I'm gonna blow up with you. You're gonna blow. That's the problem. I always met guys who knew somebody that knew Dre, that knew Snoop Dogg,
Right.
that knew the artist is back there. They knew a producer, they knew somebody. I was like, I don't need you to know somebody. I need you to get me in contact with them. And that's all it was. It was just talk. And all I met was just guys that, that anybody can make a demo, but it's the consistency with it behind that. So that's when I realized, I said, you know what? If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it myself.
Right.
I gotta do it.
Right.
That's why I put it in my song Hurricane. There's a lyric in there in the beginning, sick and tired of people who talk big game and claim to take aim, but fake like aspartame. That's it. I've already met so many people that just talk. Oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do this, all that, whether you wanna model, whether you wanna be this, whether you wanna be that. It's all talk. I was like, do something about it.
Don't talk about it, be about it.
Be about it,
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'll be about it. I'm about my own lyrics, but I did everything. I learned it on my own, and the biggest thing that helped me was go back and watch the testimonies on YouTube from stars that that should be stars because they're very popular,
Right.
but are broke.
Right.
What did they do? And their testimonies out on YouTube. I listen to that so that way I can learn not to make that same mistake that they did. Learn how to excel, not to, to turn this, if this is something you really want to do, learn how to invest in yourself. That's the most important part when it comes into the music industry.
Right.
It's about yourself. You're pinch every penny, but put it into something useful to make it passive on yourself.
Right.
And that's the problem. A lot of stuff is like that. It's not taught in school. We're taught to work for somebody else, and that's why I'm still working. Right. We're taught to work for somebody else. I'm like, okay. I can work for somebody else, but then with that check, I learned to put a little bit into MarcG, a little bit for food, a little bit for miscellaneous items and all that. But definitely, it's got to go into something that's going to be passive.
Right.
That's how I became a music artist and all that. Then I ended up writing my next song, and my last song was Ride Low. That one right there has just blown up. That one's for every guy who's a car enthusiast. If your car's sitting on dubs, wires, low, high, doesn't matter. This is for you. And I'm going to perform that exactly. I hit that at every car show, and I'm putting that tonight on stage too as well at the Bone Thug Show. This is for everybody who's a car enthusiast like myself and all that. Because I had a 1970 Impala back in 97, green, low ride. But the city of Irving was giving my mom hassle about it. And I'm like, they were like, you gotta, that car, they were gonna cite my mom there like that. They just had a problem with it. And it was chrome from front to back on the bottom. The engine was done and all that. Up until the transmission broke, and then I was out of a job, didn't have enough money to put in the transmission, but the rest was clean.
Yeah.
But my neighbor across the street, who just happened to be white, we were Latino, he had a 69 Dodge. He envied my Impala. He was like, yeah, that car's badass.
Yeah.
But he had a 69 Dodge Challenger that he wanted to soup up, but it was all four flats. Rusted on that. But they didn't give him grief about it. They gave me grief. They gave my mom grief. They gave I'm like, yo, look at that eyesight across the street. But I wasn't dissing him or anything like that. I just never pointed out. But that's the difference between them harassing me.
Right.
And after all the harassment, one day, I come home, my mom, I was like, where's my Impala? She was like, well, mijo, we had to get rid of it, like 15 grand, all in the car, gone.
Wow.
So whoever got my car, you're lucky because I contacted the pound that they towed it to. And I go, hey, do you have a green 70 Impala? Oh yeah, we got it right there. So I go over there to the pound and I go, he goes, we got the back. Bro, he goes, it's on the back. So I go back there, it's a green 65 Impala that's rusted. He mistook it for a 1970. And I said, no. He goes, what's a 70 Impala look like? I said, bro, you can't miss it. It was painted. It was all chrome, had hydraulic. Oh, bro, that sold before I got off the truck. That car's gone, man.
You got to be kidding.
No, dude.
Heartbroken.
Heartbroken, tears and all that. But like I said, you know what? It's gone. Can't cry over spilled milk, right? So I wrote a song about it. That's my heart and passion, and that's for every low-rider enthusiast. Ride Low has just blown the hell up, and I'm performing that at pretty much every car show. And Junior Torres Empire, man, shout outs to him and the Torres family. They let me perform that. I was there with Paul Wall, Lil Kiki, got to meet them, Crystal Poppin' down in H-Town. Shout out to all of them. I had a blast with them, and I'll look forward to performing with them soon again.
For sure.
But yeah, I'll be hitting that at the next car show, and that right there is for every car enthusiast. But I have a Christmas present for the world tonight. Tonight, my new song, my new single, Perseverant, premieres tonight. It already hit platforms right there, so everybody follow me here, check it out. But I'm definitely gonna perform that on stage right here. I was like, what better chance to do it here at the Bone?
For sure. Man, well, definitely, I think that something is really, really, man, your spark, you got an energy that I can see. Now, how did everything that you went through make to MarcG now? Because that kind of sparked you to get on the other way, to get that music out of you with the pandemic, losing your job and everything. How did the perseverance, you just said it.
Exactly. Yeah. For us as unique individuals, each one of us hits a rock bottom. And then sometimes we think we hit rock bottom and we still falling. And then as you still falling, you think, how deep can this hole get? Well, for me, it was like, you know what? I'm in a spot where it's practically limbo. You know, I'm floating here in the middle of nowhere. It's like in space. You can't move. Yeah, you know, you're spinning around, floating in zero gravity. I'm like, what else can you do? It's like you're suffocating, but you've got nothing but movement around you. You can't do nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody can hear you scream. And really, the fact of the matter is, in this day and age with the cancel culture and all that, nobody gives a crap about you. Nobody gives a crap about your problems.
They don't want to hear it. For you.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, so it's either cry about it or do something about
right.
it. No, you know what? I'm gonna do something about it,
right.
and I'm gonna do something about it tonight too as
right.
well. So
right.
I'll be on stage. Everybody can look forward to that. I can't wait. I'm excited. I've been waiting 6 months. When they told me about it, and they were like, "You want to perform for Bone?" Because we were like, "We heard you," and Stylz for Miles. Thank you, Jamie and Dre. They heard me at the show, and they were like, "Yo, we want you to open it for a group." And I go, "Who?" Bone. I said, "You're kidding me, right?" My knees bone like, "No, you're kidding me." And so
yeah.
I was like, hell yeah, who says no to Bone? They're legends. I was like, man, I grew up with them. I never in my million years that I'd be on the same stage sharing it with Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Right.
Crazy Bone's my favorite Bone. You know, all of them, no disrespect to all of the Lazy, Wish, Busy, and all them, they doing their thing, but I grew up with thug mentality. When you drop that, that's THEG. I felt you know, some sort of connection with Crazy right there and all that, and I can't wait to meet him tonight. So, you know, I'm excited, I'm enthused about it, to the entire Bone Thug family. But yeah, you know, here doing my thing, and tonight's gonna be an amazing night for everybody. So
now,
I can't
before
wait.
we get out of here, tell me what the MarcG sound is like.
Like MarcG, I'm not trying to take nothing away from nobody, no artist, no nothing. And I appreciate to the ones that have compared my lyrics to Eminem and Tupac. Those two right there, I said that's impressive, because out of all the rappers, the fans that have come up to me, I'm just humble about it. I just say, you know, hey, I'm just MarcG and I do my thing. But the people, let the world tell you. The world will tell you who you sound like and all that.
Right.
I say, you know, I'm touched about it. Thank you so much. I'm nothing like Eminem. I'm nothing like Tupac. Those two guys are on another level. Hey, I'm just doing MarcG. That's it. I'm just MarcG, being my thing and all that. But I appreciate the compliments and thank you so much. And I'll just continue on. I'm not gonna stop. It's either, you know, consistency, and you gotta be perseverant. And that's what I'm gonna do tonight.
Definitely, MarcG's hitting the stage. You heard it, perseverance. He's been through it. He's telling the story. You've influenced and inspired me tonight, because I'm doing some of the same things. Me and my guy Spice Up Productions. This is what we do. Here's the Stylz for Miles concert and car show. Murphy's Mansion, D-Town, Texas is going down. Where can they find you at? Instagram, your social medias before we get out of here.
My website is 1978 MarcG. That was the year I was born. 1978 MarcG.com. My Instagram is 1978 MarcG. Now it's MarcG.
Absolutely.
G, not K. A lot of people search K, Mark K, because they're used to Mark. No, it's 1978 MarcG.com, and at Instagram it's the same thing. So you can find my Instagram and all that social media, because I'm doing it all myself. So
we're gonna persevere. He's gonna hit the stage tonight. I am Marc Henry. I'm also MarcG, but with an H.
Oh, it's good, man. Appreciate it. Nice to meet you, Henry.
Nice to meet you.
Man,
Sure.
thank you for the love. Thank you, guys, and I appreciate it. I look forward to doing this again with y'all next interview. And you know, I got something big 2022, but I can't announce it yet. That's a surprise, so y'all got to follow me if y'all want. I'm posting all that. Once I get the okay, I'll release that announcement. Something big for 2022. So.
For sure. MarcG, get at him.
Out.